You're gonna take police from single moms, vulnerable children, domestic violence victims, the people who need them the most. You're robbing them, and you should be ashamed of yourself. My name is Brandon Tatum. I did 6.5 years on the police department, and I did just about everything you can imagine. I was on the SWAT team. I was a field training officer, meaning I trained new officers how to become officers, and I was involved in almost every aspect of the police department. To all you woke leftists out there, let me give you a reality check. There are dangerous, evil people in this world. And when that dangerous, evil person comes to your front door, force entry into your house with your children there, who are you gonna call? You're not gonna call the politicians. You're not gonna call the activists who are out here defunding the police. You're gonna call a man or a woman who's sworn to uphold the law wearing a badge. They're not gonna be cowardice. They're not gonna turn away from you because of your race or because of what you look like or because of your past mistakes. They're gonna come into your house and they're gonna protect you with their whole life. No matter what the consequences are, no matter if they never come home to see their family, they're gonna be there for you. I made $40,000 a year. I didn't do it for the money. I did it because I love my community. You couldn't pay me enough to put my life on the line. You can't pay me enough to have to worry about not coming home every night to my children. You owe it to America to explain what part of the police department you plan on cutting. Are you gonna cut the domestic violence unit? Are you gonna cut the individuals who investigate child sex crimes, internet crimes, elder abuse? Are you gonna cut the SWAT team? Some of the best trained men and women in the entire world. Who do you think is gonna handle terrorist attacks on American soil? Who do you think is gonna stop the drug dealers from dealing drugs to your children? Who's gonna do that for you? You guys are not equipped to do that. That's why you have police officers that go through the training. Have you ever been to an academy? Do you know what we learn? Do you know the sacrifices that are made? Do you know how much we spend time learning about the laws, learning about the Constitution, learning about how to de-escalate, learning about crisis intervention, learning about mental health crisis, learning how to drive, how to shoot? It's your fault that people are out here killing police officers for no reason, ambushing police officers, the hatred and vitriol for really good people. You are creating that animosity that should not exist. You're putting a target on our backs. You're making it unsafe for us to go to work. What do you think you're doing to the morale? Do you think it's exciting for a police officer to go to work? Why would anybody want to be a police officer right now? Why? The good men and women who are training, who are educated, who have had a passion since the day that they were born to be a servant is going to turn this job away. I want you to understand this. Policing in America is not just a job. It's a calling. And there are people who answer the call on a day-to-day basis. Why are you trying to destroy that dream? Why are you trying to distract and deter people from answering a calling on their life? And you're doing it for political gain. And all of these fraudulent politicians and celebrities yelling at you, telling you you should defund the police, guess what they have? Armed security. People that are there to protect them 24 hours a day. They have guns. You don't. And it breaks my heart to see a man of integrity served on the police department for 38 years, served honorably, served the community, was a leader, lost his life. And what do y'all say? Nothing. Nothing. You should be thinking about defunding the criminal element in the community. You guys are focused in the wrong area. We all understand policing and that we can all improve. I would love to see police officers have the availability to have more training, more exposure. That comes with more funding, not defunding. Let me tell you what needs to be defunded. These failed government programs that have done nothing for young people in the inner city, not provided opportunities, haven't provided education, they have done nothing. The funding of the police department is where you see success. A well-funded police department with good, adequate training, that's what's going to protect these young people. That's what's going to keep people safe. That's what's going to get the guns off of the streets. That's going to give young people an opportunity to flourish, to live their dreams, to accomplish things without getting snuffed out through gang violence, through drugs, through homicides. Come on, man, it's common sense. But y'all are not operating on common sense. You're operating on emotions. You're operating on political correctness. You're operating on mob rule. You and I both know what's really going on in these cities. You and I both know that the politicians have failed you. You and I both know that you're not really worried about the police officer riding a police car down the street and that they're gonna harass you. You know you're worried about wearing the wrong color on the wrong street. You're worried about the dope boys in the hood selling dope, creating zombies. And for you hypocrites out there, you should be ashamed of yourself, because you know you're doing this for political expediency. You're doing this for elections. You know you really don't care about the inner city. You know you really don't care about violence. Because if you did, you'd have done something about it 30, 40 years ago. Let me talk to you about what's gonna happen, what gets cut from the police department when you defund them. Are you gonna be there to protect women from getting abused? Are you gonna be there for children who are on the internet getting exposed to predators? Are you gonna be there when a woman is delivering her baby on the side of the road? Are you gonna be there when someone is laying in the middle of the street with gunshot wounds? I need you to wake up, use your brain. The noble police officers that go out and serve and protect on a day-to-day basis, they deserve support. They deserve funding. They deserve to be trained properly. They deserve to have the backing of the city. You're gonna take police from single moms, vulnerable children, domestic violence victims, the people who need them the most. You're robbing them, and you should be ashamed of yourself. There are bad apples in every profession. The police department is not exempt. And every single person I've talked to, every single person watching this video hates bad cops. But you know who hates bad cops the most? The good cops, the ones who stick around, the ones who serve properly, and you're making it hard on them. Patriotic Americans don't defund the police, they defend the police. Join me in supporting police officers all over the country so we can make this country a better place.